Hi, I'm Amber McMillan, part of the instructional technology team known as the A-Team. We want to make sure that you, as staff members, have all the resources you need. So take a few minutes, and whether you're returning from the summer, changing grade levels or content areas, or if you're brand new to our district, take a few minutes with me and let's make sure that you have everything you need to make this a successful year with collaborating, communicating, and Googling away. One of the first things we want to make sure about is that you have access to what you need through your school site Google page. In your launcher on your PCs, you should see Google page. The CO here stands for Central Office, but it would have your school initials on it. When you first click on this page, it's going to open up and show you that you need to log in order to see it. So here, you're going to put, for most people, your first initial, middle initial, last name, at hcpsnc.org. Then you'll click Next and enter your password. Once your password is entered, we would recommend that you click the Stay Signed In box so that it's off. Now I'm going to click Sign In. Once you've landed on your staff resources page for your school, you'll have access to a link to check your mail and check your calendar. Underneath that, we've already provided access to you to access your staff shared documents, which are documents that are shared by your administration or other individuals at your school. We also have an email folder where all the email that goes to your entire staff will live, but it also gets delivered to your mailbox, so you never have to worry about missing anything. These are things we've taken care of for you. In addition, we've provided you access to your staff calendar. But there are some other things on this page that it is your responsibility to add to your account, because there's certain things that you need or you may be interested in that you have choice over. So let's take a look at the box that says Other HCPS Resources, and let's focus on this box for a moment. I know that I can access my staff documents by going here, but often I need information from the district level that are located in district level drives. So how do I get to those folders? What you'll do is you'll click here where it says how to add the HCPS resources folder. I click there. Once I'm there, I see a preview of what the folders will look like, and in the top right hand corner I have a button that says Add to Drive. Now what does this mean? Once I add it to Drive, whenever I go to My Google Drive, I now will have access to a folder called HCPS Resources. And I don't have to go back to my staff page and add it again. Once I've added it, it will always be here. As individuals share things to this folder, I don't have to go worry about going to find those. They're just going to appear here because this is a shortcut to that folder. So I'm taking you back to the Staff Resources page. The other thing you're going to want to make sure that you do after you've added the HCPS Resources folder is to make sure that you have other calendars or that you're parts of other groups that are pertinent to your position in the school district. There's a statement here that says to add other groups and calendars, click here. So I'm going to click here and see what else that I can have access to. I'm going to pause for a moment and explain that because I was using rugby as my demonstration model here, I have a middle school staff Google Resources links page that opened up. However, if you're at an elementary school, you'll get an elementary appropriate links page. High school will get a high school appropriate links page, and central office will receive access to all the links that are pertinent to the entire district. Now that I'm on this page, what I need to do is go through the different areas and see if there's certain groups that I need to make sure that I'm a part of so that I don't miss any information. So let's say I am a 612 arts teacher, and I really want to make sure that anytime information from the district level is sent out to all 6 through 12 arts teachers, that I want to receive that message in my mailbox. In order to do that, I'm going to click on the group. A groups page will open. You'll see a sampling of the emails, but the only way to know that a new email has been sent to this group is to join it. So I will click join, and what it's doing is it's asking me if I want to join this group, what email I want to use, which of course is the email that I'm signed in as, and then it asks me how often I want to receive emails from this group. Most people choose to notify me for every new message so that anytime a message is sent to that entire group, they would receive it. After choosing these options, click Join this group. Now you will be able to receive any emails sent to this group directly in your mailbox. This is very important. So what you'll want to do is spend time going through this list and joining any group that you need access to. Remember, in order to get an email sent to a particular group, you have to join that group. This document also gives you access to shared documents. So, for example, if I'm a media specialist and I've joined the group already, I want to make sure I also access the shared documents for the media specialists. So I'm going to click on the Documents folder. You're going to see a preview of what's inside. And when you click Add to Drive, it is exactly the same as what you did in the HCPS Resources folder. When I click Add to My Drive, anytime I go into the My Drive folder now, I will see this additional folder, the Media Specialist Documents folder. So now I've added 2 folders to my drive that I'm going to need access to on a regular basis. So you'll want to go through this list and look for any shared documents appropriate for your position and make sure that you add them to your drive. The third thing that you're going to want to make sure you do with this document is ensure that you have access to every calendar that you need. For example, if I'm a data manager, I'm going to want to make sure that I have access to the data manager calendar. If I'm a custodian, I'm going to want to make sure I have access to the custodial equipment calendar. So you'll want to look through this list and see if there are calendars that are applicable to you. So now let's talk about adding a calendar to your list of calendars. Before we do that, I want to go back to my staff resources page and show you how to even get to your calendar. To get to your calendar, you'll click the blue calendar icon. It's going to open up in a new window, and you'll see a lot of calendars may already be listed on the left-hand side. I know I'm a teacher at Rugby, so I should see the staff calendar, and I actually also have access to the website calendar for Rugby as well. But that doesn't mean I'm seeing everything I'm supposed to be seeing, especially if I'm also a media specialist at Rugby. There may be a calendar particular for the media specialists. So here's a media calendar. I'm going to click on this calendar, and if it's not already in my list of calendars, the wonderful thing is Google says, hey, do you want to add this to your calendar? So when I say, sure, yes, add it, then I get another item on my list for calendars. So what you're going to want to do is go through and make sure you've added any calendars that are appropriate for your position. A couple I suggest that you do no matter what your role is at the school. If you work at a facility that works on a flex schedule, you'll want to add the flex schedule calendar. If you work at the early college, you'll want to add the early college schedule calendar. And if you work at a traditional location, you'll want to add the traditional schedule calendar. That way, you're not having to go on there and add work days, leave days, because someone's already going to do that for you. All you have to do is add it to your list. So I hope you've seen how important this staff resource links page is so that you can add the groups, the documents, and the calendars that you need in order to have access. Lastly, to make sure you're getting all the latest news and information about Google, tips for your classroom, and other ideas and helpful hints about using Google, what you'll want to do is scroll down to the bottom of your resources page, locate the icon for the A-Team, and you'll see a link to join the community. Click there and request to join our A-Team Resources community. We would love to help support you as you learn more about Google and become a more collaborative, innovative staff member. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us today. Keep on the lookout for announcements about workshops for Google at Mills River Academy, at your school, and even online. See you soon.